Another pretty easy gold medal you can get is by doing this very first mission introducing you to bounty hunting. The objectives for this mission are as follows. Stop Benedict Albright falling off the cliff. Hogtie Albright within 1 minute and 15 seconds. Return Albright to the sheriff within 1 minute and 30 seconds. Before I start showing you how to reach the objectives, I want to give you some advice to make this a lot easier before you even start the mission. Go into the settings menu and to the control section, you'll find an option called tap assist. Change it to hold instead of tap. This means that every time you get a quick time action, instead of frantically tapping like mad, you can now hold the correct button instead. Toggling this option will also make saving Albright from falling off the cliff a lot easier. So on with the mission. As with a lot of my gold medal guides, I'm doing this on a regular playthrough rather than a replay. This has no advantage, and doing this on a replay is just as easy. When I recorded this mission, it had been a while since I'd actually played the game, and so I wasn't as fast as doing it as I normally would have been. But I still managed to get the gold, proving that it's a really easy one to get. We start off the mission at the sheriff's office in Valentine, where the sheriff asks you to track down someone called Benedict Albright, who is apparently selling a miracle cure and poisoning their townsfolk. They ask Arthur to track him down. The next part of the mission is to ride to Albright's location, so we will skip ahead this part to when we arrive. The ride there is not part of any of the objectives, so you can take as long as you want to get there. So now we've arrived by the river. Albright is to be found on the ridge to your left, so you can ride straight there like I do. If you're doing it on a normal playthrough and want a free horse, leave the horse you're riding by the water and walk up to the ridge instead. As you approach Albright, Arthur will automatically dismount from your horse, and you need to carry on walking to reach him. When you get there, use L2 or left trigger to begin talking to him. We're now fast approaching the first objective, which is to stop Albright from falling off the cliff. You will then get a short cutscene where Arthur is trying to persuade Albright to come back to the sheriff's office with him. However, Albright has other ideas. Once you come out of this cutscene, you must be ready to act quickly in order to save Albright. Immediately push your left stick upwards and then hold down the X button or the A button if you're on the Xbox. Keep it held down until Arthur has safely pulled him back up. If you haven't changed your tap assist settings, then you will have to keep tapping the button instead of holding it. You have to do it extremely fast while keeping the left stick upwards. This can be tricky, which is why changing the tap assist settings makes it much easier for you. If you fail and Albright falls into the water, you will need to restart the mission. After you save Albright, you will get another cutscene where he ends up turning around and jumping into the water anyway. Once you're out of this cutscene and back on your horse, the timer will start in order for you to meet the next objective, which is to hogtie Albright within 1 minute and 15 seconds. As soon as you're back in control of Arthur, immediately ride your horse as fast as you can, following the path that I take. There's no need to get into cinematic mode. As you can see along the way, I do make a couple of mistakes which add on a few seconds more to the timer, so I end up hogtying him dead on 1 minute and 15 seconds. When Arthur yells out, "I gotta cross," this is your signal to cross the river to the other side. Make sure you have your lasso ready for when you finally reach Albright. As you can see in a moment, because it's been a while since I played the game, I second guess the direction of where I'm going and lose some vital seconds by slowing down. The path here is fully straight on from now, so just keep riding as fast as you can. Once you get to this part where the rocks are going down to a more open section, this will be the place where you'll be able to get near Albright and hogtie him, so be prepared. Once you have him in sight, don't delay and press L2 to aim the lasso and right 2 to catch him. If you're on Xbox, that will be left trigger and right trigger instead. Once you've lassoed him, walk backwards to drag him out of the water. As you can see, because I'm out of practice, I accidentally let go of L2 by mistake, which releases him. So make sure you keep hold of L2 at all times and then approach and hogtie him. The only other advice I have for this section is to dismount your horse near to the water as you can, so that when you pick Albright up, you don't have to run too far to put him on the back of your horse. This is because as soon as he's on your horse, it will trigger the last objective, which is to deliver Albright to the sheriff's office within 1 minute and 30 seconds. Although the game warns you that taking a hog-tied person through the water could drown them, you don't need to worry here, and you can immediately ride straight across the water once you've mounted the horse like I do. By doing this and ignoring the path Rockstar want you to go initially, this will shave off a few seconds of travel time. Once across, carry on around the riverbank and you will find a path going to the left where you will rejoin the waypoint marker. You can now safely follow this waypoint marker back to Valentine. Just keep up the pace and avoid any obstacles along the way.
Suffer a little longer.
As you approach Valentine, you'll notice that it's busier than usual, so take care to take a wide berth of vehicles and people so you don't collide with anything.
Sir, I must warn you, my temperature is subnormal.
Once you reach the office, there is no need to hitch your horse, just dismount right outside and immediately take Albright off the back of your horse.
I don't need to deal with this shit. Hold on. Alright, let's go.
From here, walk straight into the sheriff's office and go directly to the jail cell on your right, where you can drop Albright onto the floor. As you can see here, I do this with plenty of time to spare. With Albright delivered, we can then let the last cutscene play out and interrupt an awkward moment between Sheriff Malloy and a married woman by the name of Moira Calthorpe. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this guide was helpful. If you have any helpful advice for others I haven't included here, please let us know in the comments section. A link to the playlist for my guides on gold medal missions are linked in the description, along with other helpful guides on all aspects of RDR2.